Hello and good afternoon. I am Dr. Tiffany Slater, CEO and Senior Human Resources Consultant for HR TaylorMade. Thank you so much for stopping by and thank you so much for listening. And again, for this month of August, oh my gosh, I can't believe we're in August already. But for the month of August, we're talking about hiring. One of the things that you have to do before you hire, you got to have a job description, right? And so, what I want you to know is that writing a job description is probably easier than you think it is. But there are some things that are important to have as a part of your job description. Let me tell you one of the secrets for me. When I am writing a job description, I automatically think of the titles that align with the work that I want or that person will be doing. And I Google job descriptions with those titles. I look at those job descriptions and I look to see what job duties they have that I want this particular role to do. So I'll pull all the job descriptions and the ones that resonate with me, I'll save them. A lot of times I'll have about a good 3 to 5 job descriptions, right? And I'll go through those job descriptions and I'll pull out the essential functions and the additional tasks that I want those individuals to do. And I put those on a sheet. I review all of those and I make sure that they capture everything that's important for this particular position to do. Then, after I have that, I say, okay, I need to put a summary. I need to summarize this job. So, the summary is a short paragraph, I would say no more than 3 to 5 sentences that give a very high level overview of essentially the overall goals of this particular position. So, why are you filling this position? What value does this position bring to your particular organization? That's essentially what the summary should be. You also, on your job description, want to have the essential functions. These are the tasks that the person in this role has to do in order to be successful. These are the primary reasons why you are filling this particular job. For example, if you have let's say, an administrative assistant, right? If you're hiring an administrative assistant, maybe some of the essential functions of the job are to serve as the receptionist for the organization. And if you're a virtual organization, maybe they answer your phone line. Maybe they respond to all of the chat inquiries that come in through your website. The other things that could be important is that they, from a high level perspective, manage all incoming communication for the organization and making sure that maybe the schedule for the CEO or president or executive director is managed in a way that allows for effective use of their time, something like that. But I think you get the picture. You just need a high level summary of the things that are really important for that particular job, that particular person in that role to do. And then there's another section that you could have where there are other duties. And then in that section, you can have random things that that particular person is responsible for. And maybe those are things that someone else could do in lieu of that person. For example, maybe this person is responsible for picking up the mail from the P.O. box or going to the post office to drop off mail and pick up mail. Anybody could do that unless there's some confidential information that you expect to deliver or pick up from the mail. But that is something that can go under other duties. You also want to have your skills and education and let's see, skills and education. Oh, physical conditions, very important. So if you have a job where a person stands all day, you want to put that in there. Are they on the phone all day? Are they looking at a computer all day? Are they outside? Or are they subject to different climates, different levels of elevation? Will they be in a car all day? Those are things that you need to put on the job description. So if I have a physical disability, I will be able, even a cognitive disability, if I have either of those, if I'm reading your job description, I could very easily tell if this was a job that I could do. So the physical conditions for the job or physical requirements for the job, that's a very important section. And you want to make sure that you pay a very close attention and be cognizant of the fact that this document could be a legally binding document. Your job descriptions are very, very, very important. So, one of the reasons that you want to make sure that you're pretty on target with your job description, specifically the physical requirements and what the individuals are going to be doing, is if you hire a person to work for you and at some point down the line they say, you know what, I have a physical disability now. Maybe I didn't have it when I got hired, but now I do. And I need a reasonable accommodation. The first thing you're going to do, or that I would do as your HR person, I'm going to tell you to send me your job description. And then we're going to embark upon the interactive process under the Americans with Disabilities Act so that we can assess whether or not this is truly a job for this individual. Now, I want to caution you, the interactive process is not something you should do unless you have done it before and you know what you're doing. You definitely want to make sure that you have an expert to handle your interactive process, either an attorney or a skilled human resources professional. But the job description, if you didn't know it, you know it now, is very important. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to cause you a lot of stress, but it is definitely something that you need and it's very important. And it doesn't have to be so difficult. So again, don't forget, Google them. You can pull pieces out of other ones and make sure that you have all of those sections: the summary, your essential job functions, the skills, the education, and the physical requirements of the job. At a minimum, you need to have those items in place. I hope this was helpful. If you want more information about hiring and getting ready for hiring maybe your first employee or some additional ones, and maybe this time you're like, you know what, let me do it right this time. Don't hesitate to, one, sign up for our newsletter, and two, sign up for a Hello Alice workshop that I am going to be facilitating on August 25th, which is next week. So I'd love to see your face in the room, in the Zoom room, of course. And we will put the link in the description below. Thank you so much. I so appreciate you watching all of my videos, because I know you watched all of my videos, but I appreciate you. Have an amazing day. I am Dr. Tiffany Slater, CEO and Senior Human Resources Consultant for HR.